Hello, everyone. This is Victor Jimenez. I'm the Executive Director of the Outshine LGBTQ Plus Film Festival. This is our 22nd annual edition and our first virtual edition. We're presented by Miami-Dade County and Gilead. And for their support, we are greatly appreciative. I'd also like to thank our producer circle member that without their continued support, we wouldn't be back here year after year. Well, we're actually here for the recorded virtual Q&A for our closing night film, Single Street. But before we get started with that, we do believe as a community, we grow stronger together. We always try to team up films with community partners. And our community partner for this film is the Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. And now we have a quick little video so you can learn more about the chamber.
Welcome to the Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. Named Chamber of the Year by the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. We're the second largest LGBT chamber of commerce in the nation, and the county's largest not-for-profit corporation for gay and lesbian businesses. We know the power of a niche market. Comprised of thousands of professionals from both the gay and gay-friendly business sectors, the Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce prides itself on being the bridge to the economic power of Miami's diverse tourist and local LGBT market. By carefully fostering collaboration and loyalty among our members. For 20 years now, our membership has grown to be as diverse as our beautiful city. Get seen and stay in touch with our member directory and resource guide, and make the most of our social media updates and membership engagement avenues. Be a part of exclusive email lists and strategically leverage your brand through our constant social media feeds and tools, all just a click away. Enjoy creating valuable partnerships and friendships at our exclusive networking luncheons and Spotlight Mega Mixers. And be a part of our many unique programs and advocacy councils making a difference in the community. The Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce, celebrating 20 years of business excellence. Be a part of it.
Thank you, Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. And one thing I want to clarify to our viewers, the chambers, obviously, with the COVID-19, they don't have any physical events going on right now, but they've created a great many virtual networking events. So if you're a business owner, small business owner, large business owner, and you want to engage with the chamber, they have many great virtual events for you to be a part of. So again, we're here for the closing night film recorded Q&A of Single Street. And now I'd like to welcome Director Frank Krom into the room. Frank, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Victor. Fine.
The kind of before I get into the meaty part of the question and answer, I'm kind of curious with the translation of the title. In English, it's Single Street, but in Dutch, it appears to be Single 39. It's I guess what's the meaning of the Dutch title, and why wasn't it literally translated into English?
Well, the Dutch title is referring both in two ways, into an address where our main character is living, the street name, and her house number, Single 39. And this is also her personal situation, that she is single, being 39.
Yeah, excellent. No, thank you. I was kind of, I had a feeling that was the the reason, but I just wanted to know. In terms of how did you get involved with the project, and then from when you got involved, how what did it take to make the film? How long did it take to make it?
Well, I was being offered the script by a producer with whom I worked on a television series here in the Netherlands, and she offered me this script because she thought I had something with the whole subject. And what attracted me in the script, in the screenplay, was that this was going about a very sort of unusual relationship between a heterosexual woman, a surgeon, and a gay man, an artist, who become very good friends and get a very intimate relationship with each other, because the friendship grows so strong that they become closer and closer, and the friendship becomes very intimate. And this is what I really liked about the script, and what I wanted to let feel in the film: the strength and the intimacy of an unusual friendship. And so when I got in, we first started to do some improvement on the screenplay, but about half a year we were able to shoot the film.
Okay. Well, you did a great job shooting the film. It looks great. And then can you tell me more about the casting? I thought the two leads had a really great chemistry together. Was it difficult finding both of them? Was it easy? Was it difficult for one, easy for the other? Once you found one, did you test that person against the other contenders?
Yes, I must say the main actress, I know her very well, and I immediately thought of her when I started on the project, because she's a very good actress and she has a sort of very likable charisma, somebody who you can feel connected to, who you can feel close to. So I started with her, and I started to cast the other part of Max, the artist, and indeed it was very important that the chemistry between the two of them would really work out well, because this is the heart of the film and the heart of the subject. So this is what I was looking for. So I have tested and casted several actors before I came to Waldemar, who plays the other part, and I immediately felt when we were doing a scene during the casting that there was this connection between Lies and Waldemar. Already in the casting scene, it really worked out well. So I decided to do it with Waldemar, who is quite a well-known actor here in the Netherlands.
No, excellent. And their chemistry definitely came across. And I like in your first answer where you said the word intimacy. For some reason, there's been I've used that word myself for other films, and this seems to be the year of a lot of like personal, intimate stories, and this film is definitely one of those. And it worked well because from looking at the film, I watched it twice during the screening process. I didn't realize initially how quickly Valdemar, his character, like kind of basically put out there that, hey, I wouldn't necessarily mind being a dad, and yet the first time I watched it, it didn't feel like it was so quick. And I think part of that was due to their chemistry, their intimate, the relationship that was as it was growing. So it definitely came across in that way.
And this was what I was also looking for during the filming. So we worked really focused on that. So I am, as a director, created most of the times an atmosphere where this could happen between them, and I both had to the actors to really work out of their intuition, not to think about the part or the psychology of the characters, but just work very intuitiously, if I say it correct in English, and that helped, to create this intimacy, to mainly have the feeling of the characters to get in the front.
No, definitely. Oh, sorry, I had a mental freeze there. One of the aspects that I liked is like kind of presenting like a new version of a family. In other words, these are two people that just due to the nature of who they're attracted to could never be together in a fully, like in a marriage type scenario, because it wouldn't be fair to either of them. And yet they were such good friends that they're willing to kind of form this bond, and go in this track together. And it just goes to show you how, what is the definition of family? And in the end, if two people really love each other in a certain way, you can still make something work. Out of curiosity, is the Netherlands is always, has stereotypically in the United States this image of being very progressive and open and all this. Is like their story something? I mean, obviously it's not going to be a common story, but is it something in the Netherlands where people wouldn't really think of too much about, or is it something that people would still be like, I'm not so sure about this? Like, what was the response in the Netherlands for the film and the story that it was telling?
Well, as you say, it's quite progressive in the Netherlands. So the response and the reactions were that people were very open to this, and that was, I think, one of the reasons they could connect so well with the movie. And this is also what I wanted to express, that we should be open to each other, and don't think I think you say that in English in pigeonholes. Do I say that?
Yes,
right, to get out of these sort of places and stereotypes, and just be open towards each other, and then a lot can happen, and I like this free kind of thought and free kind of feeling, and that's why even though they're very different characters, they come very close together, because they're very open towards each other, feeling without psychologizing a lot. It's just happening between the two of them, and this brings them very far.
Definitely. With the character of Mo, one of the things I just found very interesting about her character is number one, she was a very well-established doctor. She was very comfortable in her own skin. Like, she didn't really have this big biological clock ticking over her head. She was comfortable in her profession. She was successful in it, and even though I think her character knew that maybe she wasn't necessarily in the best relationship with the other doctor that was in the other country. She almost kind of served that as like, like, I have a need and this is the service for this need. I care about him enough, but it's not this thing. I kind of like that, she was as a character so sure of herself and comfortable in her own skin.
And independent, I think, you can also lead a very good life if you are confident with yourself, without being dependent of a relationship, or without having children, what is expected so much of women. So I think she's in a state of mind that she thinks, okay, this is what I'm fine with, and she also has accepted that having no children is fine for her, because she has many other interests which drive her through life. And then suddenly this artist shows up and comes in her house. She gives him a place to work and to live, because that's what he's looking for. And then the unexpected thing is happening. And this is also a nice theme of the film, I think, that she opens up for something she didn't expect it, the unexpected, which I think is a good theme about the film as well. To be open for something that is maybe different than you would think or who you are, and not be afraid of, but let it happen.
Yeah, that's actually an excellent point. Even though she's comfortable and she kind of developed her routine, she was still able to open up and take chances to change. And like you said, there's this artist that comes in, kind of like barging in. Hey, I want to rent your space, and I want to do this. And next thing she knows, hears this commotion. There's, released prisoners, that he's helping along in their life, working underneath her, and her whole life kind of basically changed. And she's almost like, what did I get myself into? But like you said, she was able to be open-minded enough to want to experience it and just like try a new adventure.
Yeah, I think in her intuition, she feels maybe that something new in her life should happen. You know, you can't always be on the same road. In certain moments in your life, you have to take a new road, and I think somewhere she's open for that with her intuition. And then indeed, Max comes in and makes it happen.
And the other thing I liked about the film is Vladimir's character, Max. What I kind of liked about it is that initially it's like, oh, this guy's a little bit too perfect, but I did like that in terms of his relationship with his father. Like I think they had a good relationship, but the father still did like little digs at his son, and probably is not entirely comfortable that that he's gay and the whole thing. So I like that no one is necessarily perfect. And people are still working through their own issues,
right.
And I just like that aspect that you portrayed. That even though this is still like everything's great and progressive, there's still people that have to be brought along, move forward with the times and become a bit more accepting.
Right. We are all very different in these processes, and this is all the variety of what that could do. It's also something which I wanted to make part of the film. And then indeed, for example, also how the relation is between Max and his father, who isn't directly familiar with his son being gay, but has accepted and also chooses for the love of his son, although he has his own opinions of life.
No, exactly. The what's next for Singel Street? Is it like going to be in other festivals around the world, in the United States? Do you know where your next virtual Q&A is going to come from?
Sorry, I lost the connection for a while, so I couldn't hear your last question.
No worries. What's next for Singel Street? Obviously it was out in the Netherlands. Is it going to be in other festivals in other countries or other festivals in the United States? What's
on other festivals, as I understood from our producer Rachel van Bommel. But at this moment, I don't know exactly which festival. I heard the next festival would be an Australian festival. So, and still the film here is showing, for example, on Netflix, where it still is doing well. So that's really nice.
And then, and for you,
and sorry to interrupt you, because the intimacy of the film and between the two characters and how far it brings them into life is something now we should embrace. I think in these strange Corona times, where this subject intimacy has gotten a very different angle. But I would say the feeling of intimacy and the value of intimacy is right now so important. So I would say let's embrace it. Let's embrace it. And I hope in that case the film will go to many other festivals, so people can still feel it.
No, definitely, and I think it will. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other festivals in the United States it's going to be in. It's a great film, and there's no reason why it wouldn't be. And since you kind of mentioned the COVID-19 times, like what have you been doing during this time, like creatively? Like have you been like looking at scripts that will be your next project? Like what's next for you, or what's something new that you've done during these quarantine times? And what's next for you once things kind of get hopefully back to normal sooner rather than later?
Yeah. Well, of course, the situation is still a little bit difficult. I was going to shoot before summer a television series here, which got cancelled, and now I'm working on another series, which I still hope to shoot later this year, but it depends very much how the whole COVID thing develops. And this summer, I have been really seriously working on a new feature film for which I co-write with a Dutch screenplay writer, and we've been really working hard on that. And that's something hopefully I'd like to shoot next year, and this will involve the same actress as the leading actress in this project as in Singel Street, Lies Visserdijk.
Oh, great! I can hopefully it goes to production when you want it to go, and then I look forward to watching it when it's done and it's available.
Yes,
Frank?
and it's a story about a woman that loses her husband and has to build up a new life, and decides to do that in the countryside of the Netherlands to reflect her life and to make new choices in life.
So I think it's a common theme, at least for the film, this one and then your next one, that you definitely like films that show strong women or women that want to empower themselves.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, Frank, thank you very much for being here for this Q&A. I'm sure the audience has enjoyed it, and I definitely know that they enjoyed their film. And thank you for joining us.
It was really a pleasure, and I hope indeed everybody will enjoy and feel the intimacy in those times. So good luck with it, and I wish you good luck with the finale of your festival.
Thank you. And then for our viewing audience, I'm going to end with the trailer of the film, Singel Street.
Ik ben Mo. Ik heb een ongewoon beroep. Ik snij mensen open en sleutel aan hun belangrijkste orgaan.
Maar je doet het toch nog wel eens?
Pap, wat is dat nou voor een vraag van de vader aan de dochter?
Een directe, denk ik.
Nou, Ja?
Ik ben Max.
Monique?
Je woont hier?
Ja.
Nou, dat is mooi, want daar wil ik het graag even met je over hebben. Ik wil het graag huren.
Je appt hem gewoon nu en je zegt gewoon, ik ga akkoord, lekker ding. Nee, oké, je zegt nu gewoon, ik ga akkoord. En dan later zeg je lekker ding in zijn smoel.
Hey, wil je mijn werk zien?
hoe lang doe je nou voor zo'n ding?
Ding.
Figuur.
Ah, weet je ongeveer.
Ach, pap, zeg, ik verlies van mijn hoofd. Oh.
Want als je homo bent, dan kan je niet vechten. Dat is discriminatie, hoor.
Jij bent verliefd?
Nee joh, tuurlijk niet. Het is homo.
Ja, nou dus.
Hoe weet je dan zo snel dat hij het ook is?
Homo's die vinden elkaar gewoon heel snel.
En of hij je leuk vindt, zie je dat dan ook zo snel?
Want of hij me leuk vindt. Ik denk dat het iets subjectiefs is. Ik ben leuk. Heb je zonder wat te doen?
Nee.
Dat is mooi, hè? Nou, dat zou ik ook graag willen, hoor, kinderen.
Ik ben er totaal niet mee bezig.
Dit is gene matching. Een kinderwens poppelsite. Oh. Dit is Marleen trouwens.
Hallo, ik ben Monique.
Jij bent de buurvrouw.
Ja, zeker. Ik ben ook de buurvrouw, ja.
Ik kijk naar een vrouwenlichaam als naar een bijzettafeltje of een duikbril.
Waarom is jij dan toevallig drop dead gorgeous? Ik kijk even met een fotografisch oog.
Mensen, dieren, voorwerpen, iets waarmee je als het echt moest seks op kunnen hebben. Klassiek dilemma. Een mooie vrouw, lelijke man, 2 honden. Wat tot die vrouw maar.